introduce shock or friction to it, then it explodes. It detonates very, very rapidly. This is actually stronger than TNT.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to C4 Table Talk. We here with another good episode, man, and starting off the year with some pretty good topics, I would say. As far as episodes go, you already know who it is. It's your boy Mari, and with me, as always, I have the boys in the building. We got that man, David.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
We got that boy Lucas in the building.
What did you do?
And last but not least, we got that boy Brandon in the building.
How we doing? Go Spartans.
Hey, you
What's
know
a
what?
Wolverine?
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you said something because, what was it? Holloman, I think.
With
Trey Holloman?
Mr. Trey Holloman with
Yeah,
3 threes in a row?
he kept he saved y'all that game right there.
No.
No. Holloman? No, that is true.
Number for 3, Jay Nakins. Who is that? I don't. Is he still on the team? I have no idea.
I will say that is true. However, in that game alone, if Holloman didn't hit those 3 threes and y'all went on that big run and got those stops, that would have been a little bit of a different ball game, I would say.
It would have been way more interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, it would have definitely been a different ball game. But hey, it don't matter. Y'all got to win out from here to win the Big Ten, I believe.
No, I mean, we just got to beat you again, really. We just got to beat Michigan.
No, we gotta keep winning, brother. We got
Purdue lost again today.
Because we have the same record conference-wise.
Michigan plays 2 cupcakes next. We do not.
Who do they play?
Maryland and Wisconsin, I think. They play like...
What are you talking about?
Damn,
Rutgers and someone else who's not good.
Hey, those are sleeper games, bro.
Rutgers is not a cupcake.
Sleepers. Anything can happen in basketball.
Didn't we lose to Rutgers?
Rutgers got the 2 freshmen.
Yeah.
I don't think they beat us. No, they didn't beat us. We lost out west and...
Yeah, I mean, we lost both those teams, yeah.
Someone else, right?
Yeah, Smackadoodle. Which that Rutgers team did just beat USC.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though, that Michigan team is really only 2 people that you really have to stop, and that's Wolf and Golden. Outside of that, there's not much other scoring options, I will say, from watching this year. Hey, Dave, those
Golden might be locked out.
Oh, we're not Ohio State Buckeyes basketball fans, bro.
What are those Buckeyes doing in basketball?
Football exclusive.
Dang, bro, it's crazy how that fan base works. Fan base is interesting. Let's go Buckeyes just for football, nothing else.
So Ohio State is on a tough stretch right now.
It's weird for people to like what they like and not what they don't.
No. I'm not just saying you. I'm just saying in general.
I'm just asking a question in general too. I'm not saying you either.
Oh, I was saying the Buckeyes fans, y'all like disappeared during basketball season, and then y'all show back up during football. Yeah, that's just crazy. Y'all just a one sport team down there, huh? Better yet, when was the last time y'all were good at basketball? This is just curious.
Bad,
I truly I'm just curious.
I don't know nothing about Ohio State basketball. Nothing at all.
They're not decent. They're never bad.
Huh.
It's always a scary game to play against Ohio State. Well, because what was it? They used to have Aaron Kraft. Those were good teams.
Didn't they have who else went there? Did
Greg
D'Lo go there? D'Lo went there, right?
Yeah. And they had Greg Odom.
Greg Odom. Wow.
Jared Sullinger.
Jared Sullinger.
Greg Odom might be the biggest what if when it comes to NBA basketball.
Number 1 pick. Never saw a game.
That's crazy.
Damn near.
But yeah, nah, that's low key tough. Speaking also on sport topics. We didn't really touch on this last week, but the halftime show for the Super Bowl. How did y'all feel about that?
I thought that was solid.
They're not like us. They not like.
You know,
It was good because it was some talk and chatter about people not liking it. I get why they said that in the sense of like performance wise, time show wise, stuff like that. But what Kendrick was going for was more of a message,
Mm-hmm.
and I think he got the message across just fine.
that is true. That is true. I will say I did like the symbolism and the message that he was doing. I will say the one thing that I didn't like, and I wish like it is not that like he couldn't have like done these other songs. I just wish he would have did like a couple of his like older songs that like people was kind of like looking forward to a little bit. Because I feel like All Right would have been a good song to perform that like you still could have got your message across. Like King Kunta you could have had like a little snippet of that and played that, still got your message across. But I thought
At
it
the
was
same
like
time,
it was all right.
Did go, yeah,
I'm kind of not surprised.
promoting his tour in a way.
As soon as I saw he dropped the album, I was like, he dropped it for the Super Bowl. That's exactly what I said.
Tough.
Yeah,
And that album's not even that good. It's really not. If it, like it seems like a rushed album. Especially
a little
comparing it to like other stuff that he's done, it just seems like a rushed album. Like he could have done better and took his time with it.
What's the one he put out in like 2022?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers
Oh,
that
yeah.
everybody forgot about.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I've listened to that at all. Not
It's,
once. I
it's
might have
decent.
heard some songs off it, but I didn't listen to the album.
I say it's a decent album. It's not anything I'd be like, bro, stop listening to whatever you listening to right now and go listen to it. But
Who would you say that for though?
who would I say that for?
Yeah.
If they dropped the album and I was like, bro, stop listening to what you listen to and listen to it right now.
Yeah. Is there an album that's out like that right now? What artist would you say that for?
I would say maybe not right now because it's still new in the year. But I mean, I feel like there's definitely some artists that I'd be like, could see have an album like that.
Who?
I would say probably J. Cole. I could see maybe in the summertime, Drake hit his little summer vibe, have his little summertime beggars. I could see Drake.
I heard you putting on one.
Maybe Trav, if he go back to the old Trav. I would say maybe 21. 21 usually got some good albums that he dropped. Shoot, I don't know. I don't really know if there's anybody else. I guess
Your
Lil
J. Cole
Baby
song.
album. I haven't listened to it yet.
That Cloud song?
Oh, was it the one he
Yeah,
dropped on his
Yeah.
vlog or
Yeah,
whatever?
he put it on Apple Music and stuff though.
Yeah, I heard like a snippet of
as
it. I haven't heard the whole thing yet though.
as fire. Can't lie.
Bars.
Flow is nice.
If he would have stayed in that rap beef and it didn't get all too personal,
Oh, it would have been Dunzo.
I ain't saying he would have won, but he would have been top 2
I
in that
little-
tune.
he probably would have won.
Oh, speaking of music, we getting some heat from Lil Wayne in June.
June 6th.
Harder, right?
I don't know how I feel about that, right? The little 6 situation, right? That's not even why. The Carter 6, June 6th, no 6 month, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Whoa.
Come on, bruh. You feel me? I get it for the promotion wise, but come on, man.
Said promotion.
Give me a little Kendrick, Lil Wayne, little lyrical battle.
Kendrick don't.
Lil Wayne is quite literally different. I've never put words together like he does and meanings, double entendres. I'm like, bro, that's just like, what make you say like that? That's what I get when I listen to Lil Wayne. That was like
It'd be a tough time for
intricate,
Kendrick.
but actually it had slang and it mixed in with it at the same time. You feel me?
What'd you say, Brandon?
So it'd be a tough time for Kendrick.
Like what would he say?
Regardless, I'm like, okay, so like this is the level I think Lil Wayne's at, bro. He's at the level where it's like, you know how like Kendrick and Drake were getting like information on each other. Lil
Yeah.
Wayne wouldn't really have to even have information on you. He's just gonna put something together that's so crazy that you just gonna be like, damn, that was hard. You feel me?
The lyrics gonna get more broken down than what the
Exactly.
actual information.
Exactly. Yes. The delivery.
But that's how I feel like a rap beef should be. Like, yeah, you throw disses at each other, but it should be more like proving who can out rap the other person. Like, it shouldn't be getting too personal. That's how, like, with the whole Drake and Kendrick stuff and how fast Kendrick was dropping. I was like, bro, he's like, this is all pre-written stuff, bro. You couldn't tell me that he was write it down, go to the studio, record, and then drop. Like, no.
Yeah, we gotta go lyric. We gotta go bar for bar. This is what it's all about. Bar for bar. Your bar was hard, but I'm about to top that right here. Boom.
Oh,
And I think that's what like Cole kind of like did with his song, and that's what he probably saw it as. But then I feel like Kendrick might have hit him up like, "Yo, this gonna get personal." That's why Cole had to
I don't even
drop
want you to
back.
do your pod there, baby, bro. You feel me?
Cole had to just drop back because he's like he knew. And that's not what he wanted to get into. He just trying to rap. But
yeah, like would have been. I mean, it would have been good music for us, but I don't think that would have been worth full time. Get involved.
Yeah, don't give us what we want, right?
nah, we gonna see what Cole come with. He's supposed to be dropping the album this year, right?
Yeah, the date on it.
Bro, I just need somebody to
All
drop,
he
bro.
says is he'll make it be known when it's coming.
That's the point. That's the point I'm at right now. I just need somebody to drop. Anybody.
Yeah, I think good music on the way, along with movies as well this
What
summer.
do you mean? You didn't like Drake's album?
I've like listened to it, but I didn't really listen to it. If you get my drift, I like
It's
listened
the
to it because people was talking about it, but I didn't really listen to it because I wanted to. Like it didn't really pique my interest. Like the one song I listened to, and then that song really wasn't that it.
I
Like
mean, it's
wasn't
like
really it.
love songs for. It's like love songs for.
there
It's
were
like,
love songs.
so it's like, when are you really gonna listen to that for real?
That is true.
Right? Like, what reason do you have to listen to this right now?
Absolutely zero. It's not something I can
I
listen
need
to in the
it.
car or at the gym. I don't need it. I don't need it.
No, that's facts, bro.
Like, bro.
I need something I can play in the pregame.
Yeah. Maybe if I'm just chilling at the crib on some like just bored type, then maybe
Doors.
you could
Cleaning up the house.
but yeah, nah, I'm not finna just be bumping some love songs like that.
Yeah, I'll be. I want to meet your madre. Pay my respects to your padre. Mi amor. You're not gonna be bumping that.
No. Didn't even know that was a song, brother.
No.
You could have fooled me and just said you made that up yourself.
Oh no, that was him. He did that. Why? I don't know.
I would have believed you 100%. But yeah, nah. Getting into the movies for this year, for the topic for the day. Getting into the dawn of Marvel versus DC, the MCU versus the DCU finally. But more specifically this year in 2025 with Superman versus Fantastic Four dropping pretty much the same week ish, just a couple of days different. But kind of opening it up with going forward, who do we think will have the better movies between Marvel and DC?
That is a fantastic question.
I think it's something that's kind of hard to judge.
History shows anything, it'll be the MCU. But I don't know, man. It'd be hard. Superman movies have been good for the most part. At least I think so. get the right director in there, it could be great.
Just James Gunn, isn't it?
Yeah, James Gunn is going to be doing, I believe, quite a few
Well,
movies for the
that bodes
DC.
well.
Does it? Does it?
Oh,
Because I'm gonna go with Marvel having better movies, just because I feel like they know what they're gonna be doing. I feel like James Gunn is gonna try to do a little copy paste of what he knows from Marvel, but he doesn't know how to do it. He's not gonna be able to execute. And I
Wait,
feel like, as far as what I mean by that is like he's gonna try to like build up to like a Justice League type event, but not really know how to do it because he's already bringing in some heroes that like nobody really cares about. And then on top of that, I feel like formula wise for the movie, I don't want to see James Gunn's Superman movie look or feel like his Guardians of the Galaxy movies, if that makes sense.
it makes perfect sense, and I'd have to agree.
I want it to be different, and I feel like that's going to be the issue is he's not going to be able to make it feel different. It's going to feel like those MCU
like Marvel.
formula, those Marvel movies.
I can see that because, like, why else would? So
Exactly. He got the blueprint right in front of him. Why would you not just a blueprint that was successful? Why not just copy paste? That's probably what he thinking.
True. However, it could actually work out in his favor because DCU movies really haven't been all that great. And there hasn't been consistency with their movies. So at the end of it, it's like, okay, you can take the formula, use it, and boom, it can maybe boost the DCU, boost DC fans' excitement to, what they're gonna be seeing. I don't know if y'all have seen the Superman trailer. It looks like, I'm not gonna lie, I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, they might have a hit movie on their hands. They might be going in a direction now.
There was so much going on.
And that's the one thing that the red flag was that there was a lot going on in that movie. The fact that I like that they had Crypto the Superdog, but what is Mr. Terrific, Hawk Girl, and I think there was like another character. What are they doing there in a
They
Superman
they
movie?
said go to the movie theater and watch it and find out for yourself. That's what they just said.
Like, bro, what?
to be honest, I didn't know. I've not seen the trailer.
It's a decent trailer. Like, it doesn't like give away too much, but then also at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, it's a Superman movie. You kind of know who he's going against. Like, it's something we've seen before, which, okay, you have to make it interesting now. So
That's gonna be it's gonna be he got a tough challenge ahead for real. You're gonna have to see what his creative mind can put together.
You also got to think he's probably going to have Marvel expectations for these movies
that is true.
since he's the one in charge.
But yeah, he like the head guy, right? The whole thing.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But I think now I pose a question of, when it comes to DC movies, do you go into it expecting a quality movie, or do you go into it expecting it to like lead to something? Because that's kind of been the issue in the past is they've done all these movies, but it never really led to like a Justice League movie. And then it's like they dropped the Justice League movie and it didn't really hit, I feel like, the same as it would have if they would have built something up to it.
I feel like that could be the case because that's the formula, the successful formula, and they both have the means to do it. But at the same time, I'm literally about to just let the movie just like take me, like no expectations. I'm just going in. I'm about to. What you gonna do? Show me. Put it right in front of me. Boom. And if whatever I get, we're gonna dissect that information. We're gonna move forward from there. But with the formula being out there and being successful, I could see him potentially doing the same thing he did. They did in Marvel.
Just hoping. I think it can be both though. A good movie and lead to something. I mean, I feel like they got to do this something in DCU. The potential's there, you know. Gunn's been in
All
the
the
room that
potential is
did
there.
work, so
There's a lot of potential. I feel like there's a lot of like the ceiling is very high, but then also the floor is not that low
true.
because I think a big thing for them is doing things that we haven't done before, especially when it comes to villains. Like, obviously, with Superman, he doesn't have a ton of villains that you can just go and grab and do right away. Like, obviously, Lex Luthor is his big one. That's what you're going to do. But, like, for these other heroes, especially just like with your Flash, which, Lord Jesus, please, James Gunn, do another Flash movie. And do it well.
That
With
movie was
Batman,
terrible.
that movie was atrocious.
That movie was.
Like, that movie is on tier with Morbius, Madam Web, the Venom movies, and I heard Craven is pretty bad too. I haven't seen that yet though.
But all we need to worry about is how trash the. It was bad, bro. I can't believe that it actually. They said this film product. Let's put this on the big screen. Millions of dollars, millions of people are going to see it. This is a superhero that everybody likes and knows and love. Green light this. Yeah. They did that. Yes.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
That was
But yeah, no, I do think it's like one of those things where like they have to give us new villains, especially when it comes to like Batman. I don't want to see Joker in a Batman movie. Batman has so many different villains, good villains at that. Let's see something different. Like same thing too is I hope that he keeps that Black Adam end credit scene because that right there can be the potential to your first Justice League movie. Is Justice League against Black Adam. Like that right there, and then Superman fighting Black Adam alone. Like that can get a lot of people to the theaters to want to watch that.
Justice League, bro, that done right, it could have the potential to be, I feel like,
Avengers.
They just need a good villain that's going to be like a big bad. Not somebody that's like too crazy powerful at first, but like enough where they have to come together and like,
David Clark. You get a call from James Gunn. You need to pick the villain. Who you picking?
That's a good question right there.
He asked for Amari Hardy's opinion too.
Oh,
that's a great question.
You shall I leave you out?
See that we got some
It's like
good
I'm leaving
ones.
myself out.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. An excellent choice.
We got good ones like Brainiac, but that's like somebody he's like a top tier. That's like a Thanos, right? We can do Thanos first. We
yeah,
gotta
they need like
we gotta go Loki first.
a mid tier.
For
I
me,
would say Black like Manta, but like he's already been in the Aquaman 2 movie and was in like kind of the first Aquaman and it just wasn't done right. But that's also not I feel like big enough for them like Aquaman can handle that. As far like I don't want to say Dark Side because that's too
big. That's Thanos level.
Yeah, that they would I don't know who they would pick after that. That'd be a drop off.
But we probably just have to do like a alien invasion one.
Yeah.
All right.
It would have to be.
Something like that.
It could be like, ooh. I think I don't know. That's a great question.
That's a really
I would say Amazo, but it's gotta be story for that. That could be like the second movie. That would literally be like Ultron, but like more OP. Bro, that's crazy. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm hoping that we'll get to a point where we'll be able to back on this episode and
First Justice League villain.
Or what I could see it being is it could be like a Dr. Fate type situation. Because when I can't remember what his name is, but if he does wear that helmet too long, Dr. Fate does kind of take over and kind of becomes not really like a villain, but starts doing stuff that like they really shouldn't be doing, you know, kind of that anti-hero type. So I
Just
guess
kind of doesn't hold back on like doing what he does. Yeah,
yeah. So like
no
it could be like
restrictions.
a situation like that where I mean Dr. Fate can, you know, definitely give him a challenge. Also at the same time, like it's not too over the top to where you can go into these other villains for like that next and lead up to something. So yeah,
Or we can just do the dark side thing, but we have like a full alien invasion. Dark side's nowhere near coming yet. Nowhere near. Somebody's going out to scout the planet. One of his little heroes or whatever. They take the little army, and then that could be like the
but
beginning of like leading up to where Darkseid actually knows that whatever he's looking for is on Earth.
but
But he
Dave,
gotta.
we've already seen that
I
before in the MC.
know. I know. I know. I know. That's why I said it. It's the blueprint.
They
It's
might
right
just be
there.
cooked, bro. They might just have to just put out good movies and just not have it tell any type of
Not
story.
having a story. Okay, and if that's the case, just
Or
do Brainiac then.
or what you could do is do the Flash Infinite Earths story, but just have it be titled as a Justice League movie. But kind of have it focused as like the Flash kind of being like the main one, bringing the Justice League back together after his little mishap or whatever, you know. That way it doesn't seem like a Flash movie entirely, and that it's still kind of like a Justice League movie.
That's actually
If that makes sense.
That's actually not a bad idea. It could be a Flash from a different universe, right? That needs the help of the superheroes in this one, because he's in that one, and he just brings them all together and then that becomes the thing.
Yeah.
That could be an interesting idea.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know like a ton of DC, I guess, lore and like heroes and stuff. But we will see what DC does and what James Gunn does with the DC But getting more into the big blockbuster this year with Superman versus Fantastic Four movies. Who do we believe will make more money? Will DC be able to compete with Marvel going forward?
Superman is that guy, right? He's when you think of superheroes, you think of Superman, right. However, so that's where that's where the money would come from. That like everybody knows Superman, everybody loves Superman. Superman is okay, cool. Fantastic Four, on the other hand, everybody loves Marvel. Even if Marvel put out some BS like they have, people are still going to go watch Marvel movies, right? So I feel like with the potential of like adding more into the Marvel universe and the Fantastic Four finally coming back after many years, they might get the edge in this little battle because they got that little Marvel name tag on it as well.
Second time. Especially like after Captain America, like we kind of saw a possible direction forward to MCU. I feel like people are like, now, what's the next movie gonna push us towards that next plot? You know, because when does the next Avengers come out?
Supposed to be next year. I think
2020? Next year?
2020. I think it's 2026.
I think it's 2026 too. And what's crazy is it's about to be 2026 next year. Just let that sink in real quick.
Yeah, I know we've been waiting on it for a minute. I didn't realize it was a year away. That's probably
Yeah,
end of year though, but a year
because
and a
I
half
think
closer.
because I just saw that
We graduated college in 2021. Let that sink in real quick.
they stopped filming the Spider-Man 4 film and gonna actually shoot.
Let's see, messing up our players, but that movie right there, it
Which
got
one?
potential. The Odyssey.
Christopher
That's
Nolan.
Christopher
Oh
Nolan.
yeah.
That's his biggest budget ever. I don't even really know what it's about, but I feel like that got potential.
No, it's about. I'm
Oh, he
pretty sure it's
does.
about
Christopher
the
is
Odyssey. It's
Chris,
about the Shakespeare, the Odyssey.
but it's one that has Christopher Nolan's little
Yeah,
spin on
You're
it. You
right.
feel
You're
me?
right.
yeah.
And he elite at making movies. He one of my favorite directors.
Bro,
No cap.
elite.
No cap.
Yeah, so
Bro,
I don't know.
Memento,
It'll be
fire. Interstellar, fire. And
Tenet.
fire.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan is
The
my low
Prestige,
key my
fire.
favorite director of all time.
Like,
Oppenheimer.
have you thinking like
Oppenheimer.
they be
Yeah,
long movies, but hey,
It's worth it.
it'd be worth it.
Those are ones I like. Gotta go see in IMAX. It's worth the extra. Get a Slurpee and popcorn. Got to do the
What
whole thing for it.
when is that supposed to come out?
it's
Next year.
It just said next year for now, not an actual date.
There's low key 2025 got some possible
Because
cyber movies coming.
yeah, I was gonna say I
Sorry to
definitely think
switch
that
topics.
oh no, it was on topic but off topic. But I think with it though, I'm gonna say Fantastic Four, just because I feel like this is one of those movies that was done right early 2000s, kind of came back, didn't really hit the mark in 2015, and now they're coming back again. And I feel like this is one of those titles that like fans have been waiting for quite a while, especially it being like the first family of the MCU. Um, and with us knowing that like Doctor Doom is gonna be, kind of like the big bad of the MCU going forward with the next two Avengers movies. So I definitely will see Fantastic Four making more money, and don't seeing DC truly, I guess, coming with Marvel like with this movie. But going forward, I think if DC is smart and like are strategic with their movies and what's released, I feel like they will be able to out compete Marvel in that aspect as far as like the amount of money that they make for box office wise and opening weeks. Especially if like the next one they drop is like actually looking at the slate of movies, I take that back of what I just said, because there's no way they're competing with the next two Avengers movies, plus a future X-Men film, and the Russo brothers are coming back. No bias. It's just looking at the on paper, they can't be beat.
Yeah, the Russo brothers typically have some good movies.
I also
100%.
will say two other movies that are supposed to come out around that same time is that Jurassic World movie. I'm sorry, but
No,
Scarlett Johansson and them dinosaurs are not going to be making a ton of money that week. And Avatar, the next Avatar is supposed to come out. Yeah, GG's. Yeah, y'all should have dropped different months, because Marvel
You
and
say
DC are taking over
I
that
don't
month
know,
of
bro.
July.
Avatar taking over Avatar. I don't know, bro. People
I
love that movie. Love that movie. Isn't
That's
it the top
true,
grossing
but
film of all time?
the last one wasn't.
People still, bro, you don't
It was
understand. People
straight.
still love. I was looking at the comments. I'm like, bro, wow, they love the first and the second movie. They was like, oh, I was really immersed. I just excellent movie. They were just gassed. Everybody was. I'm like, they really got fans. Go crazy.
It's big time. There's some good movies coming out. Tron. Think
Wait,
that's
Tron's
gonna be
coming out
You
fire.
got a new
this year?
Tron?
Yes, Tron Ares is coming out late 2025.
I thought that was
That's
supposed to
gonna
be
be,
like
bro. The
next.
first Tron was
The first Tron was,
that was hard, bro.
the technology that they finna have, the suits in this Tron movie. Oh my goodness!
Is it a continuation or like is it
I
connected
think
or
it's
something?
I think it's connected. It's like different though. It's like separate. So I think it
Uh,
might be like a
I think
different
so too.
person that they're following. But hey,
You know what's
that's
crazy is I'm looking at
one of my reboot movies that I said. So we need to get another Tron.
yes, need it. But you know what they had on here on this list was Beyond the Spider Verse. Bro, is it really delayed until 2029?
I don't think it's delayed that far, because I've seen stuff that said that they had it already done. They just need to do like some animation stuff. But also at the same time, I heard that it might be delayed because of the whole Shamik Moore
you know,
losing his mind and posting all that stuff. It causing all that controversy. Hey, Haley Steinfeld, you couldn't just go on one date with the man.
let
Like,
women get in way of making the paper. I'm playing. But look, all I know
At
is,
least one date.
listen though,
Like,
it
dang.
could be a good thing in a sense. Like they got more time to perfect it. You said too much time.
Hold on. I was gonna say too much time. We've seen how time has hurt films.
But you know it's supposed to drop
Morbius
last year.
specifically.
You know they're
What was
supposed to drop
supposed to
last
drop?
year.
Yeah,
What
Into the
was?
Spider Verse, March of last year, I think.
the original release.
Crazy.
Yeah, bro. Time hurts movies. If something gets pushed back, you should already know it's gonna have reshoots. It might not look as good. Something's gonna be messed up. And in all honesty, though, I feel like this is a good question to ask. Is like with people who see the original screenings, like, why are you going off of what they say? That's like a small select group of people that are judging this movie for these screenings, and it's like, bro, just stick with the original. It might actually hit. You never know. So it's like a good question to ask is, do they stick with the original or do you make tweaks to it?
It's like, who do you trust? Like, who gets to decide whether it's good or not? You know what I mean? People have different opinions and standards. They need to have like a set. This means this. If it has this, then it gets the score. You know, it has to be set parameters, so it could be like fair and even all the way around.
So yeah, I don't know. It's about like, imagine we record an episode. I send it to a small group of people. They give us feedback, and then we redo an episode. Like, bro, what? You don't even know if the episode gonna hit. Like, y'all just throw it out there and do it. Your own, whoever writes the movie and directs the movie, they should sit and watch it and be like, okay, was this entertaining?
It was my vision portrayed? Did I like, bro? You
Do
literally know
I find it entertaining?
facts. You literally know what you want.
That's all you gotta do. That's that question. Because if you didn't find it entertaining or you didn't like something, you go edit what you didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And then like, all right, you satisfied with it? Go ahead, give it the green light.
Like, if they do that, then that's how production works. They shoot something, they watch it back, they see if they like it. If not, they redo it.
Yeah, I think that's for like scenes, but it's like, I feel like once they have it all together, they should just sit down, watch it, review it, and then be like, all right, we need to go back and redo this. It's, because I feel like in that moment, it's like you see it and you're like, okay, that's good, because you could have been up to your 10th retake of a scene in the day, and you could just be tired of seeing the scene, and then you're just like, all right, that's good enough, and just be satisfied with it. At least
That's
from
true,
like,
but you also have to get the actors to come back.
that's true too,
A lot of payment going around with that one.
because I feel like there's like what, probably like I would say, what, 2 months to shoot a movie, 3 months to shoot a movie.
Bro, because I heard in
Wait.
Wait, let Lucas go. Let Lucas go.
I think it depends on the movie because like that I don't know if one of them days SZA, Kiki Palmer, low key really good movie, but they shot that in 21 days. I was like, when I heard that, I was like, that's crazy. That's a short timeline to do a movie in. I feel like, but I don't really know. But I would
That's
assume
3
the average
weeks.
timeline is like a few months, like you said, or yeah, it depends what it is.
That's 3 weeks that they shot that movie. That's, yeah.
What was the quality like?
It's good.
I've heard that was a good movie though.
I mean, like
Have
truly,
you ever
I
seen,
enjoyed it.
from watching the trailer, have you ever seen Girls Trip, Dave?
Nah, just clips.
It
I never
kind of gave
watched
me
it.
that vibe.
In a way, it kind of gave me like Friday vibes and like the storyline of it, I should say.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, this is a good question. I mean, I guess it does depend on the movie of how long. Because I mean, you got to think like with these Marvel movies, like most of the scenes, the actual actor isn't doing the stunt, so it is a stunt double. So it's like, they don't really they could probably shoot most of their lines and everything within a couple of weeks, and then they shoot all the action scenes. So
You know who's making bank this year, making movies? Is Mr. Tom Holland.
why you say that?
What he in?
Isn't he in the main character in the Odyssey, and then he's doing the voice in the Spider-Man movie? But he's supposed to have a stunt double, if I'm not mistaken. I've heard he's
Oh,
supposed to have the mask
yeah,
on most of the time,
yeah. That's what I heard too. I saw.
which would be crazy.
The Spider-Man movie?
Yeah,
Wait, what you
I
talking
think
about?
it's like the Spider-Man movie, or no. It's
Spider-Man 4, is that what it is? The next one?
yeah, but I think it might be the Avengers movie that he's gonna have the mask on most of the time.
Well, it's whatever they're shooting now, because it's when he's filming for the Odyssey is the reason why it's like that.
Bro, it's crazy how I can do both at the same time. That's
But
insane.
he's making, for those two movies that are gonna make stupid cheese, man, being the main character in both of them,
Bro, he's being 3 different people at the same time. Every
that's
day. 3 different characters. 3 different personalities.
That is tough. But yeah, I think it just depends on the time. Especially for like animated movies are different. I feel like most of the time, just gonna be animating them, doing the animation, so you can do the voiceovers and voice actors. Like that can probably be done within, truthfully, 2 weeks maybe.
you think you do the animation and then the voice to it, right?
It depends. I feel like some might do the voice first, so then they can like match it to the animation, or it could be they match the animation to the voice and do all
I
the
feel like it make more
animation.
sense to match the animation or match the voice to the animation.
Yeah,
I feel like
That's
too.
just me.
I guess I don't know how good that technology is. It's pretty amazing. So I'm sure you can do it either way.
AI about to be doing it in a minute. It's about to just be.
Probably already is.
yeah. That's a good question.
Guys, what do you need people for?
You're still gonna need people for that. At least for right now, I should speak.
Eventually, you'll just be able to type in, I want to see this, and it'll make a whole movie for you.
That's
But
crazy.
speaking on directors, writers, the Russo brothers are confirmed to be coming back to the MCU to do the X-Men project and some other titles that they haven't really said yet. With the Russo brothers coming back, we know what they've done already to the MCU. Is this a good move or a bad move? And what titles do we think they're going to be doing going forward?
I think it's a good move.
Give me a quick recap of the movies he's made.
So Winter Soldier is one of them.
Fire.
Civil War, if I'm not mistaken.
Fire.
Infinity War, Endgame,
Fire.
and I think that might be it. If I'm not missing any other ones.
All right. So with that being said, one of those answers is easy. Is it smart or dumb? Very smart. The titles, I'm gonna leave that answer to Dave.
You know,
Whoa.
I might have to. This is just coming from a place of what we've seen Infinity War and Endgame do. Is mess up everybody's expectations for these Marvel movies.
Whoa.
And it set them way. Hold on. I'm not saying us in general. I'm just saying there are people out there
I'm
that
curious. How did Infinity War
it
mess
set
up
the
our
bar
expectations?
way too high.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I
I
feel like
misunderstood.
people have those type of expectations for the MCU movies now going forward, and it's like, bro, not every movie is gonna be a Winter Soldier. Not every movie is gonna be a Civil War. Not every movie is gonna be a Avengers movie. Gonna be an Infinity War or Endgame, which is fine. But you just can't. You can't expect that every single movie though. And I feel like it's a good move to bring them back and have them do a big X-Men movie. I trust them wholeheartedly with that movie. I don't think they're gonna make a mistake. It's just a matter of they drop that movie and the movies that come before it, what are people gonna be saying?
And they
Because
win.
I think a big film is gonna be obviously this Fantastic Four film. I feel like is living up to some big expectations from people already. But it's just like if that doesn't meet the mark, then people are gonna get the comparing game. Start comparing it. And then people are like, this is what we've been missing from Marvel all along. So what y'all want, the Russo brothers to just do everything? Like
Yes.
If that's the
come on,
case,
bro.
If that's what needs to be done, that's
if
Too much
what
shall be
needs to be
done.
if
done.
that's but look, if you notice their movies are a lot more serious and a lot more darker than the
That,
others.
and I feel like they come in and they do the right movies that need to be done. They don't
And what
need
movies will that be?
what we've gotten so far. Winter Soldier, Civil War,
No.
Infinity
I'm
War,
saying going
Endgame.
forward.
Oh, going forward.
The Avengers movies for
Avengers
sure.
movies. I
Secret
would
Wars.
love to see them do Blade. I feel like Blade would be right up their alley to do. Yeah, Secret Wars. I could Avengers, Doomsday, X-Men.
X-Men doesn't surprise me.
That's
They
gonna be
pretty much
good.
do like they almost do like all the group, like the full team movies.
I don't really know who. Like maybe a Fantastic Four movie, maybe. But like, I feel like that's
Would you
all
switch
they gotta do.
directors of one Fantastic Four, put them on another?
Who
Or
is the director?
would you just keep the same director? I mean in general.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like for the films, I don't know. It's a good question. I feel like it varies because like they didn't do all the Captain America movies, and it's like they did Winter Soldier and Civil War, and it's like
They were fire.
yeah, and then like it makes the first one not look as good. So that's why it's like
Because
this
it
movie.
wasn't.
That's why it's like this movie. Like, is it really a good move, or is
It's
it?
because in a sense we need us good movies. Well, we've been lacking. Give us something good. Well, we are right now having our expectations up high for their product to be good. Let's step back and let's get what we can get. You know what I'm saying? Let's put our expectations at zero. We know
I
to do
feel
good
like
work. I'm just gonna leave it at
our
that.
expectations should already be at zero
I
for
think
every
it's more of
movie that
like
we go in and see.
I think it's more of like a bring back the excitement though.
Yeah, and
They
I feel like
might be hearing the noise.
yeah,
So like they gotta bring back something that's like people are gonna be hype about because they know the product they've already released.
They're like, all right, I guess I'll do it myself. Grab another Finley. Go take care of business.
yeah. But then what if they drop the ball? Because
That's
there
why
was
I
a
said
lot
the
of
Then they're washed.
hype with Sam Raimi coming to do Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and look what happened with
my
that.
God, bro. I was just
You
talking
know,
to my brother and sister about that today, bro. My goodness
so
gracious.
it's like, is it like yes, it's a good move because we know what they've done before, but also at the same time, it's just like lots of expectations, man. Infinity War and Endgame really just messed everybody heads up. If we could erase those two movies from our minds and look at these MCU movies, I feel like some people would have different views on the movies. And also, too, not watching so many trailers. Marvel. If anyone at Marvel or anyone who's listening that knows someone at Marvel, stop dropping so many trailers. Less trailers, please. It should be 3 trailers in the year. And make them like Infinity War and Endgame. Make us keep guessing. Have random scenes be in there. Because dropping 10 trailers for a movie is not it. Y'all don't need to promote that anymore. Y'all are the big dogs. Y'all move different now. 2 trailers. That's the max.
Why do we get trailers for trailers? A teaser trailer is a trailer for the trailer. Why?
Yeah,
Why do we get that? Why is that a thing?
to build excitement.
Build
And
excitement. I can't wait to see this trailer. I just got a trailer of. That's what
I
we're
think
building this.
it builds excitement for the movie. I think the teaser kind of like it's like the appetizer. You know, you get a little taste. And then you get the trailer, gets you talking. The teaser gets you talking. You're like, oh, I can't wait to go see that movie. Oh, I wonder what it's gonna be about, blah, 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 blah. And you get the actual trailer. That's like the entree. It's like, okay, you're building up. But then it's like that next meal is the dessert, and that should be the movie, not another trailer. That's how it should be. It should be just like that right there. Because I feel like you do some movies do need that build up, that excitement, but some movies don't. Like the next Spider-Man movie doesn't need a teaser trailer on top of the trailer on top of the other trailer. Like, no, there's already excitement built up for it. Like this Fantastic Four film, I've only watched one trailer, and that's it. I don't need any more. I know the excitement. The build up is there. For Doomsday and Secret Wars, the build up is already there. Everybody's waiting for it. Don't give us a ton of trailers for it. Give us the one trailer. That's it. Let's get to it. That's how it should be. In my opinion, at least, that's how it should be. What'd you say, Luke?
So if only they listen to you, bro. Because they're gonna give us 10 trailers, bro.
And I feel like that's what ruins everybody's experiences for these MCU movies, is because they go in watching all these trailers and they go on YouTube, they watch all the review channels, everybody breaking the trailers down, and then they get to these movies and the expectations aren't met. My expectations haven't been let down since this phase. I've only watched one trailer for every single movie.
I was gonna say that's why I don't watch them.
I'm not going into it watching a ton of trailers. I watched one, that's it. I watched the movie. And then afterwards, I watch all the breakdown stuff and everything like that. One trailer's fine. Boom. Let me see a little bit of what's going on, maybe who the villain might be, what they might be dealing with. All right. That's it. That's all I need.
I don't even watch them. I don't even want it. I have no idea what's going on when I get there.
Bro, I remember I used to watch the trailers and I'll be watching a movie, and if I didn't see a part of the trailer in the movie, I'm like, bro, just lie to me. Or I expect to see that part in the movie and be like, all right, we still got some movie left. I didn't see that part in the trailer yet.
Infinity
And
War
the movie's
Endgame.
over.
Movie's over because they lied.
Infinity War Endgame. But I feel like they had to do that though.
I'd rather them lie though. I'd rather not see a lot of what's going to be in the movie in the trailer.
I feel like Infinity War Endgame had to do that because there was a lot in those movies. And they have to keep a lot of stuff hidden. It's just, yeah. I feel like it's just not needed. But kind of wrap up this whole debate. Marvel releases for 2025. Obviously, we already got the animated Spider-Man show, which I've heard a lot of things about. The set is good. Got Daredevil Born Again coming out in March 4th. Thunderbolts May 2nd. Fantastic Four July 25th. Ironheart June 4th. And today, this is a new one I just wrote down. It's not released in 2025, but there has been talk that World War Hawk movie is being in development right now. So
I heard about that.
What movie?
World War Hawk should be getting back to the real Hulk.
Interesting.
Should be.
They need the real Hulk. Or gonna need the real Hulk.
And I've also heard that the Daredevil Born Again is on the same level and even slightly darker than the Netflix Daredevil. So Marvel and Disney are not shying away from the darkness when it comes to Daredevil and how good that series was. So that's good to hear. But those are all the releases. Obviously, we got the future releases as well. But the last question will be, will we see the old Marvel come back? Or will it be The same old that we've been getting. Obviously, we have a little bit of Captain America already under our belt. Kind of give a little bit of a maybe sense of direction.
I don't think it's ever going to be the same because it can't be. It's going to be its own separate entity. But I am willing to give it a chance and see where it takes us. Because I'm a fan of this here. I'm a fan of the heroes. I'm a fan of the concept and all this. So I'm looking forward to everything moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like. Wait, what was the question again?
Will we see the old Marvel come back, or will it be the same old, same old? Or I guess
Yeah,
kind of like what Dave answered, will we see a new kind of Marvel?
100% agree with Dave. It'll be a new Marvel. Now, the thing is, will they be? I feel like they don't have to be. I don't know if I want to say as good, but I feel like they can still. The phase can still be successful. Like it's not failed yet. They have a chance to save it. Just don't miss the next few movies. That's all I gotta say.
It's definitely not going to be the same. It's not going to hit the same as the old movies did, but because it's a whole new era and everything. But they have plenty of opportunity to still make it like just as good.
Yeah, I think the big thing is gonna be, I guess, seeing the old Marvel, maybe like some of the films maybe reminding us of the old Marvel films. But I do like agree. I think it's a new Marvel. It's a new saga. It's multiverse, mutant, whatever saga you want to call it. Um, it's what I've been saying kind of like from the beginning. I know Lucas has said it too, is, we gotta trust the process. It's Marvel. We know what they can do. We know what they're capable of, and wholeheartedly is different. I don't think this saga, and I think a big part of it that is struggling for some people is that it's not linear right now. Like nothing's really connecting, which is like it doesn't need to because it's like a multiverse. Like this could be, we could have done seen like 3 different Earths that or 3 different universes that weren't the 616 universe. And it's like it all makes sense when it comes to Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like then it lines up. So it's just like I kind of agree. I think everything is gonna keep going the way that it's supposed to go. I don't think they're gonna miss the mark on any more movies anymore. They're slowing down. Only giving us a few projects a year, and with that, I believe they'll pick the right people to direct it, the right people to write it. It's just a matter of execution. That's all it is. And then casting, that's never been an issue. I trust them to make the right casting decisions for any hero, any character going forward. So I just think it's from a fan perspective, as just a casual fan, as just a semi Marvel fan, and then comic book fans. We have to just view it as it being different than the Infinity Saga because we have new heroes taking on these mantles. So we can't view their movies the same way we viewed previous. Like we can't view this Captain America trilogy, if he gets a trilogy, the same way we did the first one. Like because it's two different, two different Captain Americas, two different personalities within that character. But with the characters that we do have, yeah, we can still hold those same expectations because it's the same character playing that role, and it's still their movies. So I feel like that's how I feel about it. Dave, you look like you was about to jump in and say something.
I was just gonna say I get why people do that though, because it's hard, bro. These are all the superheroes you know and love, and like you built this whole 10+ year. You went on this adventure with them for 10+ years, and it's like, all right, that's what it was. That's what it is. But it's no longer like that. So it's gonna be hard for the people to like switch over and like see it from that perspective. But I think it'll eventually, yeah, maybe not. 'Cause those superheroes are so iconic. It's like, but as long as we keep like Spider-Man and stuff like that, I think they'd be alright. People want to start to eventually switch over to the thoughts of like, yeah, this is new, this is different, and get used to it. Just time. It's gonna take time.
Yeah, because I think that's like the next big thing with these films going forward is we have to understand and expect that like they're not gonna keep some of these OGs from this Infinity Saga for much
They
longer.
can.
Like Chris Hemsworth doesn't want to tie his whole movie career to just Thor. He wants to get out there and do other stuff. Tom Holland already says, "Look, I'm giving you this many more movies, and I'm done playing Spider-Man." This man, he about ready to just be a family man and start a whole life with Zendaya. So it's just like it's just the way that it's gonna roll. But I feel like the part that's gonna keep people interested is casting the right people to come in and take over these roles. So as long as you do that right, shouldn't be any issues.
Bro, I've seen some fan castings or whatever on like social media. There's been some that's like they might need to actually take this into consideration, and it's been for like different superhero movies and whatnot.
Most people with fan
See,
castings be spot on sometimes.
I mean, crazy good.
But yeah, I mean we'll see. We'll see going forward and see if our opinions change on this little feud. The start of it. But I will say this will be the last thing is the potential of a Marvel DC crossover. Seeing a Marvel versus DC film.
Mm.
Which I will say is definitely possible because they are has been talks, at least rumor wise.
She got to do something for that to happen.
I mean, I feel like they could give them what 5 years. That's enough time. 5
Childhood
years.
me, kid me would have been going crazy from that idea. Like that's crazy. Marvel versus DC, man.
But yeah, that's all we got for y'all today, man, with this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all found it interesting. Make sure y'all share the podcast episode with your friends and family, people that find this topic interesting and what we talk about interesting, man. Make sure y'all share the podcast on all platforms that you listen to us on. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And make sure you too subscribe to us on YouTube, turn on notification bell, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, man, C4 Table Talk.
Peace and love, baby.
Bye.